Hey there, it's Chuck with RogueDeckBuilder.com, and I am playing our next draft. It is a Born of the Gods draft, and Eater of Hope is terrible, so I don't really want to pick that. Afara's Enlightenment isn't awful. Revoke Existence is good. Forsaken Drifters is not bad. Nyxborn Wolf is good, and Servant of Timerit I think is going to be our pick. I do like this card a lot in draft, and it seems pretty solid. So other than that, Theros Raiders is alright for 6. Nyxborn Wolf would be our second pick, I think. And Revoke Existence would be our third. So yeah, I think Servant of Timerit's going to be my pick here. I don't really care about Eater of Hope. It's a terrible card, and I just don't like it. Karametra isn't awful, but definitely not something I'm interested in. Acroman Skyguard seems good. Nyxborn Eidolon seems good. I think we just pick the Eidolon here. Or no, the Skyguard I think we go with. Yeah, I think that's the pick here. Drown in Sorrow isn't awful. Odonos River Trawler. We have another Servant. An Aspect is not bad. River Trawler returns an enchantment creature card from your graveyard to your hand. I think I'm going to take the removal here. Although the Servant of Timerit's pretty good. It's a pretty hard choice here. I think the removal wins out, though. I think the Drown in Sorrow is going to take it. Wow. So anyways, sword-wise, Centaur here is pretty good. Fanatic of Mogus is good, but I don't know that we want to go that far. Mortal's Resolve is definitely good. It's an instant, it targets. But Swordwise Centaur I think is going to be our pick here. And if I look at this here, I think Aspect or Fated Retribution would be the best, but Peregrination is not bad either, as it helps us to find lands. But I think Aspect is not bad either. I think we'll take this Aspect. Maybe. Yeah, I think we take the Aspect here. I don't think anything else in this pack is decent enough really to take. The Satyr Wayfinder's not bad, but I don't know. We'll see. Here I do think we take the Spirit. Mischief and Mayhem is going to be good, but Spirit is too good to pass up. If we end up in white, then this is going to be a dynamite card. A 3/1 for 2. Might end up being pretty good. I think we stick with the Spirit on this one. Although Mischief and Mayhem or Setessan Oathsworn are all good cards. We have Raised by Wolves here. We have another Aspect. Necrobite's not that great, although it does target our Skyguard. But this gives us 6 power for 5. I think we go with the Raised by Wolves here. Sky Reaping isn't awful. Snake isn't awful. I think we go with the Griffin Dreamfinder here, though. I'm not opposed to going that route. Revoke Existence is going to get picked up here. Mortal's Resolve is coming back, although as far as Radiance isn't bad either, but I think Indestructible is going to be the best choice that we make there. And we'll go with the River Trawler, just to pick up another creature here. We'll pick up the Reckless Reveler here. We'll hide that. As really we'll find out very quickly here what our colors are going to be. Farragax Giant's pretty nasty, so we'll pull it out. Hide that. We'll pick up Culling Mark, but we'll hide it because it doesn't really matter. Cost sort everything here. And here we look at it, and we have Chronicler Heroes. We have Return Phalanx there. We have Hopeful Eidolon, which is probably going to be our pick. We have Keepsake Gorgon, which actually might end up being our pick over that. There's a lot here. Traveler's Amulet's not bad, but that's not a first pick here. I think Hopeful Eidolon is probably the best pick here. Although Keepsake Gorgon's pretty good. And even Nylea's Emissary isn't bad. But a 2/5 Death Toucher's too good to pass up on here. Chain to the Rocks will definitely pick up. Or actually, Scholar's definitely my pick over that. I love playing Scholar in any of these decks. And Tormented Hero looks pretty nice here. Feral Invocation is also pretty big, and Leaf Crown Dryad is also nice. But I think the lower casting cost is going to help us out a lot there, so I think we'll go with the Tormented Hero. And I'm still not really locked into anything here. I have a lot of room to play back and forth here. And Evangel's not awful. Horizon Chimera is not something we're looking into. Disciple's interesting. This is really just a bad... I think we're going to take the March here. And we have Divine Verdict, which I like. We have Defend the Hearth. Ferris Band is not really that great at this point. I think we just take the Divine Verdict here. Oh boy. Cavalry Pegasus is going to be what we take here. Although if we play 3 colors, Nylea's Presence, well, we're going to take the Pegasus either way. And another one. but I think this all seed is going to be better. But it's got flying, so I think we just pick up the other Pegasus here. And we're pushing into either a real heavy black-white or black or white-green here, it looks like. So maybe we just don't go with the green here, depending on what else we get. Colossus is not bad. Cetessan is better. Decorated Griffin is not awful, but I think the Cetessan Battle Priest is going to be the keeper here. See what we get past. And if we go this route, we're definitely going to start looking for things to target these Pegasuses, the Battle Priest, with, and Hopeful Eidolon will fill that role. So we are going to pick that up. So at this point, it's looking like I'm going black-white. Because the green, I don't know if these are enough to... This is definitely not enough. We don't have enough green to make this worth playing at this point. Mortal's Resolve is good. We could splash green for that. I'm not opposed to that, but Raised by Wolves is probably going to be a little out of our price range here. And Swordwise Centaur with the double casting cost looks like it might be a little bit much for us. And here we have the Chosen by Heliod or the Scourge Mark. We get a card off of Scourge Mark, or we draw a card from this too. An enchanted creature gets 0+2, gets +1/+0. So either way, I think we're going to go with the Chosen. Scourge Mark's fine. And we get the Chosen by Heliod in the next one anyways. So that seems fine. And I think we're going to take this Amblerot Raptor here. I don't know if we'll play it or not, but it does have flying and first strike, so that's not awful. And this Cetessan Griffin is probably not going to get played. We'll pick up Shredding Winds here as a possible sideboard option. And we get a Hero's Downfall, so that's going to fit in really well. Another Scholar here. And I almost think the Scholar's better than the Downfall, because I don't want to miss that. But I think we do pick the Downfall here. The removal is going to be really handy. And we are going to hide this Cetessan Griffin here. And Insatiable Harpy is fine. I like it. I like Asphodel Wanderer a lot too, but the flying and lifelink is pretty awesome. So I think we take that at this point. I don't think we worry about this Boon Satyr, as we're pretty much deadlocked into white and black at this point, and I'm not even sure it's worth splashing Mortal's Resolve here. I think we're actually going to just hide that too. As we really have two more picks here. And Sentry is going to be probably my pick here. Even over Hopeful Eidolon, because the Flying Vigilance regen is pretty nice. So I think Sentry is going to make the cut here. And here we have Last Breath or God's Willing. And I think God's Willing is going to be the better pick here. And the March of the Returned is going to be hidden here. I think that's more of a sideboard option. And again, some of these may not make the final cut either. So we'll see what we end up with here. We have Drown in Sorrow and Hero's Downfall. Sip's not bad here. Return Centaur I'm not too excited about. So I think it is going to be the Sip. And even though it's the most expensive, it is more removal. Dark Betrayal we can take and hide. Target creature gets +2/+0. We have another Sentry here though, which is pretty good. But I don't know if we want another Sentry. So it's between Boon and Dark Betrayal. And black has seemed pretty darn open. So I think we're going to go with this Boon. If we're excuse me. If we're going to go this route with the with these Pegasus and stuff, we might want to go that route. Traveling Philosopher is a good bear. We have 15 creatures here. So we may want to pick this up. And we get another God's Willing, so that's pretty sweet. And we get the Scholar Wheel in again, so that's fantastic. I like that. So I don't know that Spirit of the Labyrinth is going to make the cut here. We will hide that. River Trawler, I don't know if he makes the cut. We'll cut Anvil Rot Raptor here. And maybe one of these Cavalry Pegasus. But maybe not. We have a lot of humans here. Asphodel Wanderer is great. Love that card. Maybe Setessan Battle Priest we don't really care about too much. But I think Traveling Philosopher can go. Because whenever we target this, we gain life. So it may not be that awful here. I don't mind grabbing a Unicorn here. We'll take a Spark Jolt. So we have a lot of good pieces for this white-black deck here. I kind of like this a lot. As far as Warden seems alright. It's not gonna make the cut, but so we get an enchantment creature back when we play that. So either this Chosen or this Scourge Mark might not make the cut here. Sure. Or maybe it's just Griffin Dreamfinder doesn't make the cut. Silent Artisan will take. Somebody took a land over Silent Artisan, which is kind of weird. But maybe this Griffin Dreamfinder just doesn't make the cut. But that's just an enchantment card that we return. But I feel like Sentry and Keepsake Gorgon are overall better than the Griffin. But we'll go through it here in just a second as we build our deck. Alright, let us buy converted mana cost here. We definitely want Tormented Hero, Hopeful Eidolon, and Asphodel Wanderer in here. God's Willing seems too good not to play. Boon of Erebos is questionable. We definitely want the Setessan, Cavalry Pegasi, and Acroan Skyguard. Revoke Existence seems like a sideboard card. So we'll bring the Chosen in. Open Unicorn is fine. Drown in Sorrow is fine. Downfall is fine. River Trawler, Scholar, Servant. That's all fine. Harpy's fine. Divine Verdict we want. And Sentry is in. Keepsake Gorgon is in. And Sip is in. Makes 22. So the question is do we want the Scourge Mark or do we want the Griffin Dreamfinder here? I feel like Scourge Mark is going to be better. Although regen it and lose 2 life to target creature. I feel like the boon's going to be our better play there. So I feel like this is what we want to go with here. Although we can side this, bring in the Scourge Mark right off the bat, because that draws us cards, and that's going to be important as well. So we're going to go ahead and add land. Have them suggest 9 and 8. Yeah, that seems good. I'm okay with that. Then we can go ahead and submit this away. And this seems pretty decent to me. It may not be the best draft we've ever done, but it's far from the worst. We only have 15 creatures in here, though. I don't know if I like that. Maybe we do bring in this Griffin Dreamfinder here to get some more value. Or maybe we do just get rid of the Scourge Mark. What do we get here? We get 2 defense points versus 1 offense point. I might just leave it like that. Actually, just run 41. A lot of people would say that's the wrong thing to do in this situation, but I don't know. Doesn't seem all that bad. And this is the first thing to get cut here. I think we will just cut that. Okay, and we'll go with this right here. I don't think the mana fixing is going to be all that important in this matchup. I think this is better served this way. We have a lot of stuff that we can target with these, so it's going to be pretty good. So yeah, we will see you guys on game 1 here. Thanks for watching. This has been Chuck with RotoBuilder.com.